Hello and welcome back to Focus Atlanta. Thank you so much for continuing to watch. Now, if you're a fan of the show, you know how I feel about my girl power organizations. I am here with Nisha Glenn of Educated Girls Rock. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having
Now,
me.
this sounds exciting. Tell me a little bit about this organization.
Oh my God, where do I start? I guess I can start with why I started Educated Girls Rock.
Yeah.
I actually recently moved to, well, not recently, I've been here now almost 8 years.
Okay.
And so I was laid off from my job back at Verizon Wireless for over 13 years. So when you're laid off and you're forced to, you know, try something different, step out on faith, chase your dreams, I decided I wanted to start a nonprofit organization. I've always wanted to work with little girls.
Okay.
I just didn't know in what capacity.
How?
And I also was in school to get my master's degree in education. And so I was like, you know, educated girls rock too. So I was raised in an environment where education was not important.
Okay.
So I happened to be the first person in my immediate family to graduate from high school.
Oh, wow.
My mother didn't graduate, dropped out at the age of 16. My dad dropped out.
Wow.
My sisters and brothers, aunties and uncles, grandmothers and grandfathers. And so it was definitely a blessing for me to be able to break that cycle and graduate from high school.
Yeah.
I also have a daughter, so she's been able to follow my path and graduate from high school as well. She's currently a sophomore down at Georgia State. So we have broken the cycle.
Okay.
Of, you know, in our family, for our students in our family to graduate from high school. So I'm like, I just want to start an organization called Educated Girls Rock and you know, help little girl, my target market is young girls, young women, and women. Okay. Because I don't want to leave out us women, because we still need to be encouraged as well. So my mission pretty much stays to help prepare girls and young women to stay in school, to continue their education, because when you have an education, you open up so many different opportunities, and we become successful contributors to society. So I feel with me being in education, you're in education, look, we're successful contributors to society. Yes. So it's just a blessing. And then plus the young girls, they keep me so youthful.
Of course.
So I just want, you know, to encourage, just stay in school, get your education, because that's something that no one can take away from you when you leave this earth.
That's right. That's right. Now, tell me, how young do you start? Because it's an important message from, you know, from the moment they get into kindergarten. But at what age do you start like grooming your young girls?
You know, when I first started, I didn't know what direction I was going to go. It was just a vision that I literally typed on Microsoft Word. Wow. Like, I want this organization, I want it to be this. I didn't know who was going to be my target. But as you start doing it in more action, what I've learned and what works for me with the students, my target is like 13 to 18-year-old girls. Wow. However, I've been able to motivate and inspire girls 1 year old, 2 years old, 3 years. They wear my Educated Girls Rock shirt. So it's never too early to start our little girls to become educated. I was just looking at a video online the other day about some little 2 and 3 year olds, you know, able to spell their name. Aww. At 2 and 3, I'm like, that's amazing. They're educated girls and boys that rock
and
already.
They rock. Yeah, I love it.
So I just go around with, I'll say my target is 13 to 18 year olds.
Good.
But I've been able to inspire a big target audience. You know, I have, you know, women reach out to me, you know, because of you, I decided to go back to school.
Wow.
I'm like, wow, so you just never know who you're inspiring, who you're in touch.
Yes. Who you're going to touch. Yes. Now, when we go to your website now, there are opportunities for us to volunteer, maybe step up to the plate and help some young girls or become a mentor. Yes,
we do have currently a program at the Boys and Girls Club, and so I am personally always looking for volunteers to help, because sometimes I'm not always able to go. So I have an agenda set out for the instructor that they can actually follow and facilitate that particular workshop for those particular students that we do at the Boys and Girls Club. So there are definitely a lot of volunteer opportunities available.
Well, go ahead and give your website so everybody can learn more.
My website is www.educatedgirlsrock.org. You can also follow me on Instagram at Educated Girls Rock. You can also follow me on Twitter at EDU Girls Rock. And I also have a mobile app, which is EDU Girls Rock as well. So please download it.
All right. So the app is easy for adults and children.
Of course.
Perfect, because, you know, the kids will have the app down. It'll be the adults that'll be struggling. Yeah. Thank you so much for what you're doing.
Thank you for having me. And I brought you a gift as well.
Did
Can I give it to you?
All right. Well, I'm going to get a gift and the commercial break.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your
welcome.
time, and I appreciate you being here.
Thank
and
you.
do it and letting our little girls know and our big girls know that education is important. We
It
don't
is.
always hear that message in the household
Yes.
the way that we should sometimes.
Yes.
So to have someone doing it for us, we appreciate you.
Yes. Educated Girls Rock, we do.
I love it. All right, guys, please take the opportunity to go to the website, learn a little bit more. You might be the mentor a young girl needs. You never know how you might impact a life. So please take the opportunity to look up some volunteer opportunities and perhaps, you know, let the ladies in your life know that Educated Girls Rock. Stay tuned for more Focus.